Hi everyone, my name's Hazel from Live Life Better Derbyshire. I'm going to go through a 45-minute low-impact exercise session today. If you do want to use some weights for some of our strength exercises, you'll just need some lightweight dumbbells, or if you don't have them, tins of beans, tins of soup, bottles of water, just use as a little bit of weight. Or if you prefer to go without any equipment, that is absolutely fine. So let's get started, let's get warm. So we're just going to start off with a nice, gentle, steady march. So just going at our own speed, but nice and easy to get started. That's great, lovely. Just setting our posture for this session. So we're going to stand nice and tall. We've got our shoulders relaxed back and down. And then we're just pulling the belly button in towards the spine, so engaging all the core muscles to support our posture. Perfect, that's great, everyone. We're going to tap the toes now. We've just got toe taps, alternate sides. Nice and easy. That's lovely. We've got 5 exercises for our warm-up today. We're going to go through all 5 exercises 3 times. And as we go through the second and third rounds, we'll bring in a couple more options if you're feeling ready to get warm. Lovely, that's great. So these are just at your speed. If you're going a bit slower or faster than me, that is absolutely fine. Well done, everyone. That's perfect. We're going to change our toe tap now. So we're still tapping out in front, but we're going to tap the heel this time rather than the toe. Lovely. Nice, small, steady movements as we get started. So we're just getting moving, starting to loosen off the muscles and joints, get the blood flowing to the muscles, and gradually raise our heart rate ready for our main part of the session. Don't need to be out of breath in the warm-up, so just taking it nice and steady. Brilliant, that's great, everyone. Lovely. Okay, we're going to take our taps out to the side now. So we're tapping the toe, alternate sides, keeping that nice posture, pulling in the belly button, standing nice and tall. That's great, everyone. Lovely, just nice and steady. At your speed, and keeping it fairly small just as we get going. Brilliant, that's great, everyone. So we're going to take the toe taps out behind now. Lovely, still keeping that belly button pulled in, standing nice and tall. Well done, that's great. So this is our 5 warm-up exercises today, so nice and simple. I'm going to go through all 5 2 more times. Just bringing in a couple more options if you're ready to get a bit warmer as we go through the next 2 rounds. That's lovely. So going back to our march now. So we're on to round 2. So if you are ready to start getting a bit warmer, we can start to bring the arms in. Maybe march a little bit faster, pick the knees up a little bit higher. That's great. If you need to keep it really steady, that's fine. But if you're ready to get moving that little bit more as we get warm, that option's there for us. Well done, guys. That's brilliant. Lovely. Fantastic. We're going back to our toe taps now. So we've got a couple of options this time. So option 1 is just tapping the toes like we did last time. Option 2 is to start bringing in the upper body. So we're bringing the arm out in front as we tap the toe. That's great. So same arm, same leg. And the hands come in just up to about shoulder height or slightly lower. And just keeping the elbow nice and soft. Lovely, that's great. If it's too much with the arms, we're just sticking with the legs. Well done, guys, that's great, lovely. Okay, going back to the heel digs now. So tapping the heel on the floor. Again, we've got 2 options this time, so we can just stick with the heel digs. Or again, if we want to start bringing the upper body in, we've got a bicep curl this time. So same arm, same leg again. Tucking the elbows in so they're nice and close to the body as we curl the hand up towards the shoulder. Lovely. So again, this is just an option, so we can go arms and legs together, or we can just stick with legs if we're not quite ready for the arms yet. That's lovely. Excellent. We're going back to our side taps. Again, two options. So either just sticking with those toe taps out to the side, or arm option this time, bringing the arm out to the side. Again, just about shoulder height or below. Same arm, same leg. Excellent. Well done, everyone. Lovely. Couple more on this one. So it's with the arms or without the arms, whatever you're feeling ready for today. Lovely. Okay, we're going back to our toe taps behind. So we can stick with legs again if you want to, or this one's a little bit trickier for the coordination. So if you want to give it a go, we're bringing hands up to the shoulders and then pressing the arms straight out in front as we tap the toe behind. Lovely. If it's a bit much for the coordination or a bit much at this part in the session, just keeping those legs going. Lovely. Well done. Perfect. Coming towards the end of round 2 now for our warm-up. One more round to go. Great. So we're going back to our march now. We're on to round 3. So one more round to get warm. So if you do want to pick that march up, you can move those arms a little bit more, pick the knees up a bit higher, maybe march a little bit faster. All still at your level, whatever you can manage. We're just aiming by the end of this round to be feeling warm, a little bit looser, heart rate up, but we don't need to be out of breath. Lovely, that's great. Nice, everyone. We're going back to those toe taps next, so tapping the toes out in front. 3 options this time. So option 1, just the toe taps. Option 2, bringing the arm out in front, same arm, same leg. Option 3, both arms together. So that means we're doing twice as many with the upper body to get that little bit warmer. All just options, so whatever you can manage. If we can go with both arms, that's great. If we prefer to go to one arm, absolutely fine, or we can take the arms out completely and just stick with legs if we need to. Brilliant, guys, that's perfect. We're changing back to our heel digs. So tapping the heels, 3 options again. So just the heels, adding in the alternate bicep curls, or we can go both sides together. So again, doing twice as many with the upper body to get that bit warmer. Again, all just options. So we can go both arms, we can go one arm, or we can stick with just the legs. Well done. Hopefully starting to feel a little bit warmer now. We've got 2 more exercises to go, and then we'll do a few little exercises just to stretch the joints before we go into the main part of the session. Lovely, everyone. Back to side taps. So again, those 3 options, just the legs, same arm, same leg, or both arms together. So we've got a half jack, get us that little bit warmer. Well done. That's great. So those 3 again, all just options. We can go both arms, one arm, or just the legs, whatever you feel is the best option for you to get warm. Excellent, everyone. Last one for this bit of our warm-up. So we're tapping those toes out behind again. We can stick with the legs if we want to. We can add in that chest press, so we can go one side, same arm, same leg, or both sides together. A little bit easier to coordinate. But if it's still too much, just sticking with the legs is absolutely fine. That's brilliant, everyone. Couple more. Well done. Just relaxing the arms there, and then if we just keep the feet moving if we can, we're going to do a couple of little stretches, moving stretches, to make sure our joints are fully warm. So starting off with the neck, just gently going to turn the head to one side and then slowly come across to the other side. Well done, everyone. Just keeping that going. Just coming far enough just to feel a little bit of a stretch. And then a quick pause before we come back across. And just keeping our feet moving if we can, just to keep the heart rate up after our warm-up. That's great. One more each side. And then if we bring the head back to centre, looking up and down this time. Nice and smooth, nice and slow. Just moving the neck through its range of movement. Lovely. One more to go. And then if we bring the head back to centre, we're going to move down to the shoulders. So we've got a backward shoulder roll. So we bring shoulders up towards the ears, all the way back and all the way down. So rolling the shoulders backwards. Lovely, that's great. And then changing direction, so we roll the shoulders forwards. Lovely. And then we can either keep this one going as we are, if you want a little bit more for the shoulders, just starting to straighten out the arms and bring the arms in. So again, we're coming just shoulder height or slightly below with the hands. Getting those shoulders going. Well done, everyone. And then changing direction one more time, so backward shoulder circle with the arms, or sticking with the shoulder rolls if that's enough for you. Lovely. Last one. And if we relax the arms there, we're going to stop the feet this time. Feet are going just wider than the hips, slight knee bend. Then we're going to start to warm the back up. So side bend, so bending down to one side, back to centre, and down to the other side. So just like we were doing with the neck, just coming far enough just to feel a little bit of a stretch down the side of the body, and coming back through centre to the other side. Lovely. So if we just imagine we've got a pane of glass in front and a pane of glass behind us as we do this one. So it's just that sideways movement. Excellent. One more each side. Lovely. Coming back up to centre. And then we're going to come down into a mini squat now. So warming up hips, knees and thighs. So we're going to bend the knees, send the hips backwards, pulling in the belly button and making sure we're looking straight ahead as we squat down. Lovely. This is about half as low as we'd normally go for a squat. So just preparing for the squats that will be coming up in the main part of our session today. Excellent. Well done, everyone. We've got a couple more to go on our squats. Brilliant. Pushing up through the heels as we come up. 2 to go. Last one. And then one more for our ankles this time. So we're going to tap the heel and the toe. Heel, toe. Aiming to tap the toe and the heel on that same spot on the floor each time if we can. If it's a bit tricky for the balance, feel free to stand next to the wall for this one, for that bit of extra support. Lovely. And then changing sides, same thing on the other side. Excellent. And then going back to our march. Picking that march back up. So we're going into the main part of our session now. We're going to work our way through 8 exercises, do each one for 1 minute, and go through all 8 twice. So there'll be options for a couple of the strength exercise to use the weights, but I'll let you know which ones as we go through. We'll start without. If you need to get a drink quickly before we go into those exercises, keeping those feet going in the march. And we'll get going with our first one in about 10 seconds. Okay, guys, ready to go. So this one we've done already in the warm-up. It's our side tap. And we've got those three options. So we can either stick with the legs, or like we did in the warm-up, we can bring those arms out to the side. We can go one at a time, or we can go both together for a little bit more of a challenge. Lovely. So in this main part of the session, aiming to work just a little bit higher, get that heart rate up a little bit more, maybe even slightly out of breath. Don't need to be completely exhausted to get all the benefits of the exercise, so just what we can manage. That's lovely. Well done. Those options are all still there. We've got about 20 seconds left on this one. Well done, keeping that going. Lovely, last 10 seconds, everyone. Really good. Last 3, 2, 1. Well done. We're going to go into squats now. So just like we've just done at the end of the warm-up there, feet are just wider than hips. Sending our hips backwards as we bend the knees and come down. Pulling that belly button in and looking straight ahead. Well done. So strengthening the legs on this one. Really important muscles in the legs. Quads on the front of the thighs and the glutes, the bum muscles at the back. That's lovely, everyone. So how low to come depends on you. So if we need to keep with a tiny mini squat, if we've maybe got some pain anywhere, that's absolutely fine. Or if we can come a bit lower, that's fine too. Lovely. Well done. Keeping that belly button pulled in. So we've got lovely technique with those squats. Well done, guys. Almost there. Less than 10 seconds to go. Last 3, 2, 1. Well done. We're bringing the feet back in so they're just under the hips. And we're going into a heel lift. So we're keeping our toes on the floor, lifting the heels alternate sides. Lovely. This is at your speed. So if this speed is too easy, we go faster. Well done. And if it's still too easy, option is to bring the arms in. So we're just going to go for a few little punches out in front as we lift the heels. Lovely, well done. So this is at your speed, whatever speed you can manage. And it can be with the arms or without the arms. Nice work, guys. We've got 10 seconds to go. Nearly there, last 5. 3, 2, 1. Well done. We're going to work the arms next. So this is one where we've got the option to use our weights if you want them. If you don't want to use them, we're just going to do exactly the same thing, but without the weights. So again, if we can keep our feet moving, we're going to keep that march going. If we do need to stop them, that's okay. So we've got palms facing forwards. We're curling up to the shoulders, coming all the way back down, and then we're going back into a tricep extension. So the arms come straight out behind and back to where we started. So one bicep curl, all the way back down, one tricep extension. That's great, everyone. Lovely. So it's nice and slow, nice and smooth and controlled. Going to keep our elbows tucked in nice and close to the body for those bicep curls. And then on those tricep extensions, just come in just far enough back, just to feel the muscles start to kick in. Well done, nearly there. Last 3, 2, 1. Well done. We're finished with the weights now, so if you want to just carefully pop them down, I'm going to go for a step touch. Well done. So this is our option 1. If you need a bit more of a challenge, option 2 is a hamstring curl. So feet go nice and wide, and then we just pick the heel up, bring it up towards the bottom. Brilliant. So step touch or hamstring curl. If it's still too easy, option to bring in the upper body, just crossing the arms in front and then bringing them out behind. Lovely. So we can go for this arm option with the hamstring curls or the step touch, or we can just stick with legs. Well done. Nearly there already. Last 3, 2, 1. Well done. We're going to work the shoulders again. And again, we've got the option to use the weights if you want them. We've got an upright row. So we've got knuckles pointing forward this time. Hands close together and close to the body. And we're bringing them up to the upper chest. Keeping the hands really close to the body. So it's a bit like pulling up a zip and undoing it again. Lovely. As we do this, just going to try and keep our elbows nice and high. So aiming to keep the elbows higher than the wrists the whole way through. Lovely, that's great. Got about 15 seconds left on this one, so just keeping it nice and smooth and controlled as we work the shoulders. Almost there. One more to go. Well done. And then popping the weights back down. We've got a heel dig. So this one we've done in the warm-up as well already. So just tapping the heels. Option to stick with the legs or to add in bicep curls. We can go one side, or for more of a challenge, we can go both sides together. And if it's still too easy, just adjust the speed so we can go a little bit faster if we need to, or tap that heel a little bit further out in front. Nice, well done everyone. So those 3 options are there for us, both arms, one arm, or just the heels. Excellent, we've got 10 seconds to go on this one. Then we're on to our last exercise for round 1. Last 3, 2, 1. Well done. We're working the shoulders again. So again, option to use the weights if you want to. And again, keeping feet moving if we can, or stopping them if we need to. I'm going to make sure our shoulders are back and down. And then, again, knuckles pointing forward, hands in front of the body. We've got a front raise, so bringing the weights all the way out in front. Back to where we started, bringing them round to the side, and then a side raise. That's great, lovely. So we've got one front raise, one side raise. Trying to keep our elbows nice and soft, so very slight bend in the elbow. And then the hands are coming up to shoulder height or below. Lovely, well done. If the weights start to feel a bit too heavy, if we're not able to keep a nice, smooth, controlled technique, feel free to put them down for the last few. We're nearly there though now. We've got 3, 2, 1. Well done, everyone. If we pop those weights down, we're going back to our half jack, our side taps. So we've got those 3 options, just the legs or adding in the arm, and it can be one arm at a time or both together. So we've done 1 round now. That means we're over halfway through. Doing great, everyone. Just 1 more of each of those exercises. So if we're feeling a little bit tired, those options are there for us if we need them. We can go 1 arm or just the legs. Or if we've got lots of energy left, we can go a little bit faster or tap the toe a bit further out to the side. It's only 10 more seconds. Well done. Last 3, 2, 1. Well done. We're working the legs again. So back into our squats. So feet are just wider than hips. Coming down into those squats when we're ready. Your range of movement. So it might be a tiny mini squat. We might be coming a little bit lower. So whatever feels good, whatever you can manage. Just checking that technique again. So hips come backwards as we come down. We're pulling in that belly button to engage the core and looking straight ahead. Lovely. So we're keeping the spine nice and long as we squat. Really working, strengthening the thighs on this one. This is going to make things like walking up hills, walking up steps or stairs, getting up out of a chair without using our hands. All those things are going to get easier the stronger we get. Well done. One more squat. And we're back to our heel lifts. So feet are under hips again. We're lifting the heels at your speed. Might be a little bit slower, might be able to go almost jogging speed, but we're just keeping the toes on the floor. And then arm option, if you want to add that in, is the punches. So all of this is at our own speed, whatever feels right for you. Aiming to be feeling warm. If we're a little bit out of breath, heart rate up, we're doing about right. We're all moving, so doing a great job, guys. Well done. Last 20 seconds. Brilliant, everyone. We're going to be working the arms next, with or without weights, but let's finish our last 10 seconds. Well done. Last 3, 2, 1. Excellent, everyone. So we're working the arms with or without the weights. Keeping the feet moving if we can. So it's our bicep curl and then our tricep extension. Lovely, well done. Perfect. So working the front of the arm as we come up, the bicep muscles. So if we keep these strong, these are the ones that are going to help us with anything, picking up anything heavy, any sort of heavy lifting. And the tricep muscles as we come back, muscles on the back of the arms. Well done. We've got 20 more seconds. Fantastic, guys. Last 10. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Weights go down again if we've got them. We're going back into our step touch or our hamstring curl. So if we are going for that hamstring curl, feet nice and wide, bringing the heel up towards the bottom. And this is all with or without the crossed arms. Either leg option, we can do with or without arms, your choice. Lovely, that's great. Well done, we're absolutely flying through this. There's only 3 more to go after this one. Just about 20 seconds left on this one. Well done, if it's too much, we can take the arms out to finish, but it's only 10 more seconds. Well done. 5 to go. 3, 2, 1. Well done. We're going back to our upright row. So working the shoulders again, with or without the weights. Feet keep moving if we can. Lovely. So just remembering to keep the elbows nice and high on this one. So we're aiming to keep them higher than the wrists. And the hands are close together and close to the body. Lovely. General shoulder strengthener, so working all the muscles around the shoulder. Brilliant, well done. Perfect, guys, well over halfway through, so let's just keep that control and technique nice and smooth. That's lovely. Excellent, 10 seconds to go. Last 3, 2, 1. Well done, popping our weights down again. Going to tap the heels again. Either just the heels or adding in those bicep curls, one or both sides. Excellent. If it's too easy, if you've still got energy, we'll make the most of it because there's only one more exercise after this one, so we can speed up and tap a bit further out in front if we're feeling good. If we need those options, absolutely fine. We can go one arm, or we can take the arms out completely if we need to. That's lovely, everyone. Well done. Last 15 seconds on this one. Just the shoulder raises to finish after this one, and we'll be on to our cool down, and it'll be getting easier. Great effort, everyone. We've got 5 seconds to go. Last 3, 2, 1. Well done. So back to our shoulders to finish. So front raise and side raise. Excellent. Well done. So elbows nice and soft again. Come into shoulder height or just below with the weights. Keeping that upper body nice and tall. Perfect. Over halfway through these. It's quite small muscles, this one, so if it does get a little bit too challenging with the weights, feel free to pop them down at any time and just finish off with just body weight. Lovely. 10 seconds to go. Brilliant. Last 3, 2, 1. Well done. We're just going to pop the weights down. Keep the feet moving. Well done. That's our main part of the session finished. So we're going to start our cool down, so everything's going to get a little bit easier. Just got a nice steady march, medium level march. I'm going to go through some cool down exercises. I'll do 2 rounds of the cool down exercises, but this time the second round, everything will be that little bit smaller, a little bit slower, and it's all about recovery. Okay, so we're going to go for a side step now. So we've got a double side step. So 2 steps to one side, 2 steps to the other, nice and small and steady, because we're starting to bring things down and recover. Brilliant, guys. Again, this is at your speed. So the aim for our cool down is to start to cool off a bit, bring the heart rate down nice and gradually, get our breath back. That's our aim over the next few exercises. Perfect. And then if we come back to where we started, just going to tap the toes out in front. Lovely. So we're still keeping that lovely posture. So we're still standing tall, still got those shoulders back and down, belly buttons pulled in to engage our core. It's just going to support our posture. Make sure we're doing all these exercises with lovely technique right to the end. That's perfect. Just changing the toe to a heel now. Lovely. And then tapping the toes behind. Perfect. Going back to our march. This time the march is getting easier. So we've got no arms this time. Arms are just loosely by the sides. Starting to slow it right down as we recover. Lovely, that's great. So nice and steady now. Perfect, we're going to move sideways again, but we've just got a single side step this time, just a step touch. Smaller steps, nice and steady. Brilliant, that's great. Breathing away as steadily as we can. And we're going to go back to our toe taps. And slowing it right down. It's at your speed, it's just whatever you need to gradually bring that heart rate down. Get the breath back by the end of this round. Lovely, back to the heels. Nice and small now. And last one, tapping the toes behind. Then once we've finished this one, we're just going to finish off the session, last 5 minutes or so, with some stretches. That's perfect. And then if we slow the legs right down, let them come to a stop, and then we're going to go into those stretches. So we're just working on a little bit of flexibility now to finish the session off. So we want to take quite a big step forward if we can. So we're stepping forward so that we've got feet parallel to each other and pointing forward. They're about hip width apart and flat on the floor. And we're thinking about straightening that back leg as much as we can, standing nice and tall, aiming to feel a stretch in the calf muscle at the back there. And then we're holding our body position nice and still, but keeping the breathing going, so breathing steadily in and out as we stretch. That's perfect. And then just taking our time, we're just going to change sides, do that same stretch, calf stretch on the other side. So if we just check the feet are parallel to each other again, flat on the floor, pointing forwards, and just straightening that back leg. And breathing away. Lovely. So we're going to come up now. We're going to bring that back leg in so it comes almost as far forward as the front foot, but not quite. We're going to straighten the leg on the front foot. Hands go lightly over the back leg. And then we're going to bring the hips backward, tilting forward from the hips, keeping the spine nice and long so the head and chest stay up. And then just pausing where we feel the stretch in the back of the thigh there. Well done, that's great. Hold in there. And then changing sides. So just taking our time now, really slowing the end of the class down. So straightening that front leg, bending the back leg, hips go backwards, tilting forwards and keeping that back nice and long. Holding where we feel that bit of a stretch down the back of the thigh. And then when we're ready, we're going to stand all the way back up. And we're going to do a stretch for the back, the sides of the body. So feet go just wider than hips. Knees slightly bent. And we're going into a side bend. So like we did in the warm-up. Except now the muscles are nice and warm. We're just going to hold on that one side. Feeling a stretch down the side of the body. And breathing away. Perfect. And then when we're ready, we're coming back up through center. And same thing on the other side. Lovely. And then coming back up. We're just going to finish with a couple of stretches for the upper body, starting with the upper back. So if we bring the hands out in front, one hand's on top of the other, rounding the shoulders forward slightly, and aiming to feel a stretch across the upper back there. So we can drop the chin to look down towards the floor if you want a little bit more. It brings in a little bit of a stretch for the bottom of the neck as well. And then final stretch for today. If we bring the hands to the lower back, and then we're just going to gently bring the elbows towards each other. And where we start to feel a stretch across the chest, that's where we're going to hold. So breathing nice and steadily as we stretch the chest. If you find it a little bit awkward with your hands on the back, the other option is just to bring those arms straight out behind and hold them there. Just another option for stretching the chest. That's great. Lovely. And then if we release there, we're just going to finish off with just a couple of breaths. So if we take a nice deep breath in, bring the arms up towards the shoulders, and then slowly breathing out as the arms come back down. That's perfect. 2 more of those to finish. And 1 more. And that's today's session finished. Really well done. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will hopefully see you again soon.